Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harv's World for another, as Steven called it, the impromptu, not so impromptu stream. It's funny too because people ask me, "Are you going to be streaming on Friday nights?" And I say, "I don't know until the very last minute." And the more people expect it, the less likely I am to do it. Of course, I've built up everybody's expectations, so that might be slightly unfair, but this Friday night is for Harv. I come and do this because I want to play. I just want to play and hang out with you guys while I do it. We got a nice little crowd starting out tonight. Firefighting Farmers back in the house. Tris, how are you? Caveman's here, and Caveman's actually in voice chat with me right now on the Discord. I am in the YouTube members Discord chat channel, and people are welcome to join me there. If you're a YouTube member, feel free to drop in. Um, did I miss anybody? Stephen Murray, of course. Too Cool's back. How you doing, Too Cool? Jordan, the Canadian kid, and we're going to be looking at a new map that came out. Was that today or was that yesterday? I can't remember now. It all blends together. It's been a busy week. Um, Calm Lands by erShaba. First look. I have not jumped into this map yet. This is the first load right here. Sober, how you doing, bud? Good to have you with us again tonight. Let's see. Let's take a look, shall we? Paul Tonks. How's it going, bud? Oh yeah, that's me. Let's move along.
Hello, Paul. Hello, everyone.
Oh yeah, and feel free to say hi, Caveman. So this is Calm Lands, and basically, based on what I was seeing, it's kind of a different map maker's take on Alien Jim's No Man's Land. And I want to set up my settings before I do anything else, or I'll forget, and then I'll be annoyed with myself. No autosave. We'll stay on easy for now. We'll leave traffic on just to see what it does. Let's stick with seasons this time around. Crop destruction off. Periodic plowing on. Just to get started and see where we're at. We're going to turn fieldstone and lime off today. We'll leave weeds on though. And automatic engine start off and get rid of these stupid worker buy orders. Okay, quick save. Just lock those settings in. Kevin. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, George. Inspired by No Man's Land. Very inspired by No Man's Land. If we just look at the map, you can see it's laid out in a grid. We're starting up here. Let's see, farmland 4. So we own this square up here. And then it looks like we've got a bunch of sale points up in this neck of the woods. Biomethane station, gas station, that's good. Charging station. Agro land, sawmill, animal feeding, animal dealer. Okay, just a bunch of sale points. AgroPet is selling wheat at 84 and Cooperative is buying at 908. That seems like an opportunity to make a lot of money in a very short amount of time. Call me crazy. Oats are even a better opportunity to make money. Buy at AgroPet, sell at the co-op. Wow. Grapes, not so much. No, grapes are just a buy. Okay. What else do we have going here? Oh, silage has a good price on it right now. 607. That's a really good price. Okay. Good enough. Oh, nice, Kevin. Very nice. So we've got a nice McCormick. Oh, I like that. And the Landini, meh. Not as impressed by the Landini. We've got a little Brantner trailer. We've got the standard Deutz Fahr harvester that everybody's starting us off with these days. We've got Kuhn seeder. I believe this is 4 meters, not 3. So that's actually not bad. I might stick with that. I do not want this plow. I might stick with this mower for right now. We've got a little trailer that we'll see about that. And then we've got some front loader. I thought I saw front loader equipment sitting around here somewhere. Oh, it was around here, I think. So I think the first thing I want to do is jump in this Landini. I think I can do better than the Landini. I'm almost sure I can do better than the Landini. And this will give us a chance to look around a little bit too. I'll drop off this weight at the garage. So what do you know? Caveman, tell us what you've got going. Caveman has had a really busy modding week, guys. Like, he has been cranking out the mods. I mean, this week has been great. Like, the stuff that he keeps pointing out to me that he's worked on, and I'm sitting there going, man, it's impressive. You wanna tell us what you've got going on, Caveman? Or are you not still with me? Maybe he stepped away. All right. Well, we'll catch him in just a minute. I know I didn't want this Landini, and there was a reason for it, and this is why, because I can't drive it. Oh. Paul's watching RHI hockey. Have I seen the Dark Forest made it to FS22? I have not seen that yet. That must be on a private site somewhere. I don't think it's on Mod Hub. Oh, for the love of God, Harv. Oh, I know what's happening. Okay, I got it figured out. It's Friday. It's been a long week. Cut me some slack. Let's see if we can find out where all this shop and everything is. I think it's to the right. Watching some NHL hockey and farming, of course, absolutely. Matthew Albert, how you doing, bud? Good to see you again. A little bug in the program. Kevin's playing this map right now. Cool, Kevin. You're liking it, huh? Hey, slow down. Killer traffic from... I mean, this is supposed to be calm land, so calm down. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. These shops and stuff are over this way. We don't need no stinking traffic. Oh yeah, Mask of Zorro. Antonio Banderas and Anthony Hopkins. Very nice. Did I miss Caveman saying he was stepping away? Sorry about that. There's the entry to the great industrial complex that is Calmlands. Doing pretty good, Matthew. Doing pretty good. Checking out this new map. See if it's see how it's all cracked up, chalked up, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's been a long week. Although I will say, because I was traveling for work this week, and it was probably one of the best weeks I've had at work since I started. Honestly. It makes a huge difference when things go your way a little bit. Alright, time to sell some junk off. Yep, sell it. Just sell it. Sell. Sell. And sell. Excellent. Now we got a little bit of money to work with. And I know I want, because you can't do better for the price. Whoa. Oh, those are specialty mods built just for this map. But the 7200, getting started, still, even since FS19, has been the best bang for the buck. That's 160, and I've got 260. I'm still ahead on this deal. So we're going to buy that bad boy. Go back. Was it plows? I think it's under subsoilers. And of course, because this is... No? It's under plows? Yeah, the 6M. We definitely want the 6M. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And our new tractor will pull that no problem.
Oh, what did I miss?
I was introducing you to talk about your mods and such and didn't realize you had stepped away, so that was my bad. But I just went and sold off some of the starting equipment to pick up what I want for starting equipment. And we're going to do a little drive around and just see what's out here in the world besides this car that I just went head on with. Driving as bad as Sharko.
Oh, so I missed you pulling a Sharko.
No, it just happened, like just now.
Oh, there it is.
This is supposed to be calm lands, and this traffic is just insane. I don't know that there's all that much to see aside from landscape. I mean, this is pretty wide open stuff here. It's all grass fields. Why don't I turn traffic off? We'll see. I like to see how things go before I start turning too much off. Sometimes you just want to get a feel. At least I do. Yeah, this is just going to be wide frickin' open. Do whatever you want. That's something I didn't look at. How much are these plots on this map? If I wanted to buy that, 163. That's actually not too bad. And these smaller ones along the edges are cheaper even. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all. We've got a big body of water down here. That could actually come in handy in the future. Okay. DJ Johnny, also known as DJ Rambo. He tried this map, didn't care for it. Well, to each their own. Everybody has their own play styles and whatnot that they prefer. There's some good forestry opportunity here, if you can afford the land. I think it looks pretty good. You know, there's no fault with the design and all of that. There's some funkiness going on here, though. Is it like a little park with a walking bridge, or what?
It definitely gives off, like, similar vibes to No Man's Land from what I'm seeing. But it also feels like this one's more alive. Like,
is that just the traffic, or
I mean, I don't know if it's just the traffic,
or there's kind of a town already built up, or
yeah. It doesn't feel like you're alone on the map.
oh, that's fair. Mr. Kuntz, our firstest ever gold member. Kevin built on field 21. Okay. Cool Chevy grain truck that reminds me of your water truck. Nice, Jordan. Now, is that just we're going off the map tunnel over there? I kind of see a tunnel that looks like it could be of interest. No, it's just a tunnel. Oh, that's where the cars come and try to kill you. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, that's going off the map. Okay. I get it. Yeah, I do like Mod Network quite a bit. Hey, I'm farming here. Now, the question now is to harvest this wheat or not harvest this wheat.
I think that really depends on how good of a crop it is.
No fertilizer needs plowing, and it only has a 38% yield bonus. You know what that tells me?
Ooh.
That tells me it's just going to get plowed under.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It's worth more as fertilizer than it is as a crop.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes, Eric, this is Calm Lands.
Yep, the new map on Mod Hub from erShaba. So, Caveman, you were showing me before the stream started tonight what you've got going on Mod Hub. You want to tell us about the mods that you've been cranking out this week?
Oh, let's start with which ones do you have currently installed?
I have got Ropa. I've got the Kinsey planters. I still have your weight installed, actually.
Okay.
I don't have bulky installed yet.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll start with the Kinsey planters.
Well, let me pull them up. I'll follow along with you as much as I can. So
Okay.
we've talked about these a little bit in the past, but everything that Caveman submitted to ModHub so far has been rejected. So he's been forced to go back and take a second look. Take it from here, Caveman.
Yes. So I ended up having to go back and take a second look at pretty much everything that I had submitted to ModHub. I started with work on the Kinseys, and what I ended up doing was adding the ability to do multicolor to it instead of just multi-fruit. So now you can change the color on it. Do you want to show them the color palette?
I just did.
Okay.
All of the standard base game colors.
Plus the default Kinsey blue.
Right.
I also added rim color, and it's all the base game colors plus chrome. And I even added some work lights to it so that it kind of lights up a little bit better at night.
You guys won't be able to see this too well, but right on the edge of this catwalk here, there's a couple of LEDs that will light this planter up at night, so it's easier to see your turnarounds and stuff.
Yes. And I also added strobe lights to the back. On the back where the yellow reflector is.
Right here.
There are strobe lights now.
Flashers. 4 ways.
Yes. Well, not 4 ways. They come on when you would activate your beacon.
Right.
And it flashes obnoxiously.
And Caveman was actually working on these while he was streaming in the Discord, and we actually got to watch him building these. It was pretty slick.
As far as the 4905, it got a color palette.
Mm-hmm.
All base game colors plus the Kinsey blue. Got the rim color palette, all base game colors plus chrome. And since this one already had work lights on it, it only got the addition of strobe lights that are attached to the frame right under the seed tanks.
Yep, I'm pointing them out right now.
It's kind of hard to see them, but they're there. They're easier to see once you actually have them turned on.
Right. They're very small. We can't get close enough to see it in the shop. Okay.
But that's what's been done with the Kinseys.
Next.
Oh, you have the Ropas installed.
I do have the Ropas installed.
So if you want to go to those and start with the...
Now, you know those are coming up under harvesters, right?
Yes, I know that.
Okay.
I purposely put them there.
Okay. Well, there's just, I mean, there's potatoes, there's sugar beet category, but these are coming up on standard harvesters.
Right. So we've got the Panther 2 multi. It got the upgrade of color selection, rim color selection, um, for that, and it also can now do potatoes, sugar beets, and sugar cane. The Tiger.
There's also a capacity option.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that one. Yeah, there's a capacity option now too that was added. So you've got your standard base game capacity. You've got double the base game capacity. Uh, Quadruple the base game capacity, and 8 times the base game capacity.
Hey, Altoona, how you doing, bud?
So you do have a capacity upgrade.
Yeah, up to 240,000 liters of sugar beet, sugar cane, or potatoes.
On the Panther 2.
Mm-hmm.
And on Tiger 6S multi, we've got basically the same thing going on here, just with the Tiger 6. And you got a 60,000, 120,000, 240,000, 480,000 liter capacity options.
Wow.
Because, well, by default, this had a larger capacity to start with, so
Yeah, you start at 60,000.
I did the same thing.
Yep, Jordan.
Double, quadrupled, 8 times.
It can hold a lot of taters. That's right.
And it does the potatoes, the sugar beets, and the sugar cane. Now, in order to do that, you're going to need the appropriate header.
Mm-hmm.
So, under the potatoes category,
Aha.
I told you I got a little fancy with it.
I got your potato headers.
We have the smaller potato header, the R6X45,
Right.
and it just got the multicolor treatment, the rim color treatment, and the default option that the base game one had. And this one is set to do potatoes, specifically potatoes.
Right.
And the RRLX or XL9 or X45 just got the multicolor because it has no rims, and again, strictly does potatoes. Under the sugarcane category, or well, beet category, since you're already at beets.
I went back,
Got
but
same.
yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. Oh, under the beets category, we have the beet one. The 2 beet ones that do the beets specifically, and well, they got the same options that the potato one had.
And then sugarcane.
And then we have under the sugarcane category, we have the ones for sugarcane.
There you go.
Same options.
So,
oh yes, the harvest speed is 12 miles an hour on all of these.
Very quick.
It's not insanely fast,
And
but it's not slow.
Yeah, and the widths haven't gone crazy either.
Exactly. The smaller headers are 2.7 meters, same as the base game, and the larger headers are 4 meters, same as the base game for the beets.
There you go.
The Europa. And there's also the header trailer for the RR-XL9X45 trailer.
Oh, I didn't
and
see that.
that's going to be under header trailers, I think. Um,
Yes, I see the Ropa multi-pack mod trailer.
yes. Uh, it's going to be multicolor rim color option, just like the other two
Mm-hmm.
or the other stuff from this pack. I just added that in there so if you wanted it to match your harvester and your header, you could.
Nice.
And this only latches the larger header, and you actually do have to line it up pretty close because this is not like most header trailers where it just locks it to it. This has a mechanical locking mechanism.
Oh, okay.
So you do have to be a little bit more accurate. And there are things on the header that kind of look like the 3-point on the outside of the larger header
Yeah.
that you have to line up and set on the galvanized hooks on this header trailer when you unhook it. Like, you have to set it there before you unhook from the header,
Right.
and when you do, it kind of like wraps around like the quick connect on the 3-point does
Mm-hmm.
to connect to the header trailer, and then the other part of the header just sets on the bar there. And the header also has to be folded in order for it to work. And base game is the same way. The prices on everything are the same as the base game. There is no increase in price for changing the color because personally I just find that that's ridiculous.
Right. If you go out and buy a black Mustang, you're not going to spend more money if you buy a blue Mustang.
Exactly.
So why would you spend $1,000 or $5,000 to have a color on your tractor or your harvester or whatever?
Exactly. That's just how I feel about it. So that's the end of the Ropa multi-pack.
Is there any, I didn't remember, look, I don't think so. Was there any cost to increase the capacity?
No, I have not added that yet because this is not completely done.
Okay.
Um, that will be added. It probably won't be insane, but it will be added.
Yeah, I kind of like the way Iconic did that, where it was so much per additional liter. You know, and he actually posts that in his mod descriptions.
Yes.
I think like with the stone picker, it's like 50 cents per additional liter.
Yes.
So if you're buying a 1,000,000 liter stone picker, you're going to pay $500,000 for that additional capacity, which doesn't seem unreasonable. When you think about it.
It doesn't seem terrible.
I mean, if it's almost like he's saying, if you want to play with these crazy mods at crazy capacities, then you have to buy in. You got to pay for it.
Right.
And I can see the logic behind that.
I can too.
All right, let me catch up with everybody. The harvest speed too cool. Caveman said 12 miles an hour, which is pretty darn good actually. Not as quick as, if you guys remember the Europa Panther pack that Kaz64 put out for FS19, I think that ran about 18. That was really fast. And normal speed is what? Is it 3 or 6 on those? 6 probably.
Give me a second and I'll double check for you.
Oh yeah, we could have just
normal speed is 6.
Yeah, so it's double the normal speed, but the big boost is the capacity. And the fact you can use one of these to run sugarcane now. You don't have to have those narrow, cheesy sugarcane harvesters that run 3 miles an hour. What else have you been working on, Caveman, that you want to share with us tonight?
Well, you want to show them the weights that you have it installed?
Yeah, I can do that. Let me catch up with everybody real quick.
Yeah,
Um,
catch up with people first.
Eric, no, these mods, any FS22 mod does not apply to FS19. They do not cross-platform that way. Um, Sober says, so many good things I'm hearing. Stretch, good evening. Good to have you with us, man. Thanks for dropping in. Very much appreciate you being here with us tonight. The price is base game price, too cool. I'm freestyling the plow. Yeah, on a little tiny field like this, why would I waste time kicking in GPS, even though I did buy it? Juliana, how you doing? Welcome back. How's the wild world of South Africa? And Lifehawk always being the card. He said 50 cents on the per liter capacity. 50 cents.
Well, I think 50 cents is a lot better than 350.
That's the truth. Okay, I'm almost done plowing out this field, so let me finish this off real quick, and then we'll go look at that weight.
Okay.
Caveman is genuine. I've been so impressed by what he showed me this week. He's got a whole list of stuff he's working on too. A whole list of stuff that, I mean, for the sake of security, he can't divulge. But so one of the things he's been working on, and let me prelim this. In the trucks, in the base game, there's this Man TGS 18.5 4x4. I think I showed this off on another stream. What some people don't realize is this is an agricultural truck, and it actually has an attacher on the back, a PTO, and hydraulics. So you can haul implements with this truck. You can use this as a tractor in the field. With that in mind, Caveman has been working on a mod because the downside to that truck is it's too light. On the rear axle without a trailer on it to make it an effective work truck. So what Caveman has done is he has created a weight platform for that truck. It starts at 200 kilograms. You can paint it whatever color you want for free. Choose your poison. This flat weight is a 2,000 kilogram weight, and it goes all the way up to a 5-stack 10,000 kilogram weight. He modeled all of this himself, including the attachers, the bolts, and the lights on the side, and the frame that suspends it when it's not on the truck. And you can see underneath there's a kingpin that attaches to the fifth wheel. And all you have to do is back under the weight, attach it to the fifth wheel, the stand disappears, and away you go with an additional 10,000 pounds to weigh down the rear axle of that truck. So that's pretty cool. It looks good on the truck. I wish I had a way to show it to you right now, but I don't. And it works as intended. It will work on other trucks too. There's just not as much purpose for it on other trucks as there is on that particular Man agro truck.
Yes, and if you zoom in on the back of it a little bit, Harv, it does have the flashers on it, or strobe lights.
Yeah, I thought I showed that.
And it also has some on the sides as well, and they're specifically put on the bottom 2,000 kilogram panel.
Mm-hmm.
That way, no matter what weight you have selected, they're there.
Okay.
And the version that Harv has is slightly older, so it doesn't have the two on the. His only has one on each side, where the final version will have two.
Okay.
Um,
You didn't share with me the newest one?
I thought I sent it to you, but I might have
Um,
sent it to you and you didn't get it.
I've been traveling for work all week, dude. I'm just giving you crap. Alright, I've got that field plowed out. I obviously want more field. So I own this
Obviously.
land. And while technically I should mulch this first, I'm not going to fiddle with it. Because actually, for starting off on New Farmer here, I have to say, I don't think going back to it right now, I would actually do that. I don't think I would run New Farmer on this. Because frankly, the amount of equipment and land that you get to start with does not equate to the, what is it, 1.5 million you get automatically from Farm Manager?
No, I don't think it. I don't think it does either.
And yeah, you're right, Lifehawk. I mean, that's a totally original idea. I've never seen anybody do anything like that weight. And he's got a few other original mods. If he wants to share them, he can. But he's come up with some unique things that, well, what's interesting about them is that they affect a lot of equipment at the same time without creating any new equipment or without editing any mods whatsoever.
Yes. What would you say if I told you that you could install a single mod that turned every silo that is in the base game, the one on No Man's Land that Alien Jim built, and any other silo that meets the standards of using the farm silo tag into a multi-fruit silo? It also adds the ability to put grapes in that silo and grapes in a base game trailer that holds everything but grapes.
And I mean, effectively, you can make your silo hold literally anything in the game. I mean, it takes bulk to the next level. Like, there's nothing that's restricted. Is that fair to say?
Anything that's in the base, any fill type that's in the base game, yes. And I specifically state base game because it's, there's no telling what some modders might add. So there's no way to, preemptively account for that.
Right. And not only did he do this for silos, he also did it for...
There's another one that does the same thing, but for auger wagons.
And what was the third one?
Trains.
And trains.
The beauty of the trains one is not only does it affect what you can store in the train, it also affects what you can sell with the train.
Yep.
So now on, what is it?
Elm Creek, going to
Yeah, thank you.
whatever valley it is.
Yeah, so now on Elm Creek, instead of just being able to sell the few things you can sell at Goldcrest Valley, now every fill type in the base game can be sold at Goldcrest Valley.
You want to ship your stones by train and sell them in Goldcrest Valley? You can do that.
Yes.
Want to sell your grapes? You can do that. Olives? You can do that. Lime? You can do that. Fertilizer? Be my guest.
Yes.
This actually didn't end up being quite the field I expected it to be. It's It's much smaller than I thought it would be. It's not bad. But it still seems a little small. Oh, I know what I wanted. I wanted to test a theory. The Arthur 3-in-1 mulcher, cultivator, and plow. Ooh, where's that from? I don't think I've seen that yet.
I don't think I've heard of that before now.
Mulcher, cultivator, and plow all in one. And just saying that out loud, I'm impressed.
Yeah. Really be impressed if it actually does all that in one pass.
Right? I want to
Even
see
more.
it.
I'll be even more impressed if it's over 9 meters.
Yeah, if it's a 3-meter implement, then don't waste my time. Well, if it's a 3-meter implement and it does do all three in one pass, then effectively it is a 9-meter implement. But, and that's a big but. On the FS22 mod hub.
Are you sure?
Now, how would I have missed that? I mean, I'm literally scoping the new mods every day. 20 meters even, he says. Are you pulling our leg, man? Alright, test time. I saw something that looked intriguing. Now I've got to go find out if it's actually true. I'm not going to abuse it. I'm just going to test it.
It's not under plows. Cultivators, maybe?
Maybe. I don't think you'll be able to link it, Stretch. I will not lie, that's right.
It's not coming up on the in-game mod hub with a search. Is it on a third-party site?
He said it was the FS22 mod hub, but sometimes people do get that mod hub website that has fashioned itself with the actual mod hub.
Sometimes that does happen.
All right, Bradley, how'd that go for you, man? And welcome to my stream.
Yeah, welcome to the stream.
Can I sneak through the forest? No, there's like a fence down there. They locked me out.
Yeah, it's on the website FS22modhub.com.
Ah. That's what I expected. Okay, so I wanted to see, because I saw this earlier.
Oh, and a 25-kilometer-an-hour working speed.
Holy crap. So these guys are selling oats at 133, which is a ridiculous price, but who am I to complain? And how much does this trailer hold? 20,000 liters?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention when you bought it.
18,500. I didn't buy it.
Oh.
And now what I want to know is where's the sale point at? The cooperative. Oh, it's back there, okay. This is, if this works, it's just ridiculous. And of course it does. Nope, it doesn't. I'm going to end up with the same amount of money I had when I bought it, I think. No, I made a little bit. I don't think they were selling as cheaply as they said they were. Let me check that one more time. Not because I want to hack money in. I can hack that easily enough as it is. I want to see what it's actually charging me versus what I'm getting back. Because I wasn't paying that much attention.
Well, you bought it for 24,500, and you made 27,000 something.
Right, but see, it was saying that they're selling at 133.
Okay, well, do your best to stop it at 1,000 liters.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that was 24,605. So something's not reporting properly. But it is still cheaper to buy than what they're buying for, which is, I'm sure that will be fixed in the future. In a way that I couldn't possibly tell you right now, Bradley. In fact, I just strongly recommend you do some Google searching, look for a YouTube video about how to do that, man. Okay, so you can make a little bit, but not nearly as much as they initially indicate that you can make off of this, so it was worth a look. I just wanted to know if that game mechanic was working properly or not. Alright, back to the farm.
And I was going to say, from what I've seen on some of the notes for the upcoming patch for the game, that misreporting might be to do with the game itself and not the map.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Oh. Now, Caveman, you were saying that this seems like it's much more alive, and the traffic definitely makes it feel that way. As I continually get clocked every time I cross this god-cursed road.
Well, learn to stop and look both ways.
I did stop and look both ways, and he still clocked the crap out of me. Well, I mostly stopped and looked both ways. I guess my question was, you played on No Man's Land extensively. So, is what you're seeing within this map a case of you just have gotten so used to No Man's Land that this is just different enough that it feels different? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or do you genuinely think there's that much difference?
I guess the best way to put it would be they're very similar,
Yeah.
but they do have a different flavor.
Okay.
Kind of like, Walmart brand barbecue chips taste different than Lay's brand barbecue chips.
That's
They're
fair.
both barbecue chips, but they're different flavors of barbecue.
Gotcha. Let's see. It's August, which means there's not a lot we can plant right now. I could plant canola. Well, let's do a couple canola fields. What the heck? I've never used this Kuhn planter before, so I'm kind of interested to see how it works. I haven't ever used this McCormick tractor either, so let's see how that works too. I've run plenty of 7200s.
Is that a big McCormick, ain't it?
It's a medium. It actually has less horsepower than the 7200.
Oh, wow.
It's a good looking tractor though.
Don't look bad at all.
It's
Not look bad at all.
it's sleek. I can't hook up to the planter with this McCormick.
Make sure you have the tractor selected and not the front weight. Oh. This tool is not compatible. What?
What's going on here?
That doesn't look like a 3-point.
There's no attacher at all.
There's got to be something. Okay, what do you have in your garage? Like, what do you own?
Well, aside from the stuff I sold off.
Oh. Well, you might have sold what you needed to hook to that thing.
Well, the only thing that I sold that could possibly maybe work on this is the front loader.
What does it say you need if you hit the combinations button?
I'm looking. See, I think it's. I think it's missing something, honestly. It just says it needs a weight. Is his modded version in here somewhere? No?
You have to have the, what do you call that? Dang it.
Oh, that.
Power harrow. You have to have the little power harrow thing.
To run the planter?
There's a little power harrow thing that connects to that.
And he didn't supply us with that.
Did you sell it accidentally?
No, there's no way I could have sold it.
You should have one then, or he didn't supply it.
He didn't
If he
supply
didn't supply it, that's mean.
it. I'm not even seeing what that is in this list.
I've got a feeling that the only way you can get it is to sell that one and rebuy it.
Well, I see the harrow that you're talking about. That's a 160 horsepower harrow. Yeah, I got the horsepower for it. Yeah, it's this 4040 right here. That's 25 freaking grand. Oh, what the heck. Although, if I'm doing this, I'm not going to let him screw me too bad. Store deliver this thing, man. Yeah, it's worth trying something new.
Yeah.
How rude.
So the question is, was that done on purpose or was that an oversight?
Probably an oversight. So, okay, if this has a power harrow put in front of it, you won't really need to plow because the harrow will take care of that for you before you seed up.
Yes, but you'll need to weed it afterwards.
You will need to weed it afterwards. But it did hook up now. Although why you would ever disassemble it doesn't make any sense to me.
Doesn't make any sense to me either. And I think that's a seeder, not a planter.
It is a seeder. You're right. I mean, there's a bunch of equipment that he didn't give us. We don't have a roller, we don't have a mulcher, we don't have any kind of a fertilizer spreader. And I said canola.
Didn't give you a lot of seed to get going with either.
No, he sure didn't.
But he did give you seed, so.
Well, that's a good point, Altoona. Yeah, you do need a plow to make the field to start with, anyway. But okay. Well, I mean, it does what you would expect it to do. Ronald Taylor, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's going pretty well. It's a Friday night, kind of a just, casual play, chilling, hanging out with Caveman,
Hello.
checking out this new map by erShaba, inspired by No Man's Land. And seeing what it might take to make a go of it. I mean, there's not a lot to check out, really. Just because it's just a wide open map and it's kind of a go do your thing. Although, if you guys didn't notice, Alien Jim did release all of his placeables and stuff to go with his No Man's Land map today. All of it. And I think in No Man's Land on 19 it was like 180 different things. He actually released it in 3 different packs today on ModHub.
I wonder why it's 3 different packs.
Probably easier to maintain if he's got a bug in one. Or
that makes sense.
And probably more logical. Like, this stuff goes here. Like, one's a placeables pack specifically. Maybe there's...
Okay.
I don't remember what the 3 were called. But it definitely split them out into to different stuff.
Okay.
And I have to say, I've really enjoyed playing on Calmsden Farm, the one that we started last week. But I would also say stick to seasons on it because it's way too easy otherwise. Like, the contracts on that map are just nuts. How much money you can make in a short amount of time. Well, I did create a new field. Right now I'm seeding canola. And
Getting into that canola cycle early.
yeah, it is what it is. I've got enough other maps going that I don't think it's very likely I'm going to stick on this one for the moment. And I thought I was an earthworm. I don't know. Would being an earthworm be something anybody would really want to be? Like, did anybody ever wake up one morning and go, man, it would be so awesome if I was an earthworm?
I doubt anybody's ever woke up one morning and said that.
And have you heard from Sharko lately?
No, I have not.
Yeah, he's been eerily quiet.
That he has been. That he has.
Oh, we don't even have a silo here. So let's see. The first takeaway from starting this map is start on Farm Manager. Don't start as a new farmer. Oh, Earthworm Jim. Yes, Earthworm. I got it. I'm a little slow. It's been a long week. A good week, but a long week. Life would be simple as an earthworm. Dig around in the dirt. Never have to worry about a mate because you can procreate all by yourself. Your only fear would be birds.
And rain.
And rain, yeah. Water's a bit of a problem for earthworms sometimes.
Drown.
I saw that too, Jordan. There's a sugar beet processing plant that will turn your sugar beets into cut sugar beets, but it also separates out the stones and the dirt and whatever else and turns it into slurry that you can use as fertilizer. Oh, there's a silo we can use in the sale points? Okay, that's good to know. It must be like a train silo that the train doesn't ever come to. Yeah, weather's been weird lately, Paul. A lot of places been getting hit with stuff like that. A lot of them.
Yesterday and today, we've had some crazy high winds. I mean, we've had wind gusts here up to like 60 miles an hour.
The town I was in this week was that Tuesday morning. I drove to work in about 2 inches of snow, and it was still snowing really hard. And by noon, it had all disappeared. There was nothing left on the ground. Hey, CFL, how's it going, man? Should I call you CFL or Rough Rider or Fan? Because that's quite the handle you got working there, man. And I know you're a big fan of the Canadian Football League. Didn't we have the whole debate last week about does that mean real football or does that mean soccer?
What's up, Harv?
Is that Mr. Corbin?
Bo?
I think it is.
Hey, Caveman.
Hey,
What's up?
How you guys doing?
Hanging in. It's Friday night of a 4-day weekend. Woohoo!
Nice.
oh yeah.
How'd traveling go?
Some president done went and died and gave me a day off on Monday. Traveling was good. I was telling everybody earlier, it's the best week of work I've had in 6 months.
That is fantastic.
Yep, working with.
Simply fantastic.
Don't you mean outstanding?
Oh, I didn't want to completely rip you off.
I was working with two very nice ladies, both of whom are ranchers themselves. Learned a little bit about what they do out on their farms and whatnot. The one girl is actually competitive roper. Goes to those one things, rodeos, and competes in the competitive roping categories and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, it was a good time. Just good people to work with and good training. I feel like I'm actually starting to learn a little bit of something for a change, and yeah, it was much better.
Good, I'm glad to
I
hear
mean, a much very good week anyway. Yeah.
it. Yeah, for some reason I didn't get a notification or anything in my life. So, just saw it.
I don't ever get those notifications either.
I've been getting them lately. Once I finally turned on notifications specifically for YouTube on my phone. But I had to go into my settings to do it.
Your phone settings or your YouTube settings?
My phone settings.
Ah. I blame
This time I
myself.
didn't.
But bump, Lifehawk. Those horn things. Family day on Monday, Paul. Family days can either be really nice or really stressful. It depends on the family. Hopefully it's a good thing on in your world though. The Canadian Rough Riders are going to the CFL playoffs. Huh. What are you fair warning me about, Ben?
I was just gonna say, my computer just actually like 10 minutes ago just died completely, straight shut off. So if I randomly disappear, that's what happened.
Is it dead? Like, or can you resurrect it?
No, I'm on it now, but it like went from on to just powered off.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I turned it back on. It made a interesting noise, restarted it, and now it's fine.
Well, as long as the noise was interesting, that's the important part.
Oh, for sure.
And you didn't lose anything.
Nope, looks like everything's still there. So I'm just gonna act like nothing happened and hope nothing happens again.
Is it going to be able to run 22?
Yeah, I think
As
so.
in FS22?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm not sure what it was, but I think it should.
Oh gosh. Take the take the sports arguments to another room. Take them outside. we don't need any broken balls, chairs, and windows here.
Sure don't.
I think it was.
Would replace them.
Wasn't it Lifehawk earlier who was saying you don't talk about religion, politics, or sports?
I think so.
Patrick, how's it going, man?
Hey, Patrick.
Good to see you dropping in again from time to time, man.
Well, yeah, I guess because I hot chat.
You could say hi,
Yeah.
chat.
You guys were there too.
You're not the first one today, Ronald, actually. Dimitri Afonin. Hello, Dimitri. I don't know what privet means in your language, but I know it's where Harry Potter lived. How about them apples?
Or Dursleys.
The Dursleys. People are forgetting who are the best cheerleaders. Who are the best cheerleaders?
Obviously, the Harv's World fans.
Ben does have a cat, actually, iPlay. And iPlay says cats are evil when it comes to getting all the attention. They will turn off your PC.
Oh. No, it wasn't him. He's, I don't know where he's at right now. He must be in the front room.
If your computer made an interesting noise when you turned it back on, you should probably have it looked at, Ben. So saith Bradley Powell.
It'll be fine.
I think you might want to have it heard.
Now, you can't hurt a computer.
It's hard to look at a noise.
It is hard to look at a noise.
I think he meant have your computer looked at.
Yeah, but that was the joke that Caveman was making.
I realize that. Durr. Can we revert to elementary school and I can say durr all the time? Durr.
Duh. That's what got us smacked when we were in elementary school. Duh.
Duh. Your grandma used to hate it when we'd say frickin'.
There was some, it was like fart knocker. Like, Mom used to get really mad.
She'd get, why is this being so funky all of a sudden?
I don't know. It looks like you somehow are creating fields with it.
Like, it just changed textures on me for no apparent reason. Oh, and of course now it has to be weeded.
By some chance, is your cedar part actually down?
I was pretty sure that they were both down. Yeah, it's down. Because it
Weird.
raises and lowers together.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird.
Is it an issue with the... Because it's not planting anything now. Like, nothing at all. Like, it's not recognizing this field as plowed. Okay. Well, this works like a champ.
Hashtag BSC from Jordan.
There you go. It's all Sharko's fault.
Yeah, Sharko's not here. That's why it's happening.
Well, I don't know what's happening either, but I think there's some bugs that need to be worked out on this map so far. Because I've never seen anything like this happen on any other any other field
Well, I didn't do it.
after it's been plowed.
I think it's time to replace it with a Kenzie.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, it looks like I'm going to have to plow it out again.
It sure does.
The problem is I don't have the money for a Kinsey. I guess it's loan time.
It's either loan time, leasing time, or saying, "Well, this is obviously broken, so I'm gonna fix it the only way I know how, or the easiest way I can."
Well, at least it unloads. Alright. I'm sorry I wasted 25,000 on this piece of crap now. Oh, is that right, Farm Girl? Because I did hit that edge. And then all of a sudden, it started doing that texture. She's apparently seen this happen on other maps where the texture will start bleeding over from the edge into the field itself.
This doesn't explain why it's saying it's not plowed now.
Because it's grabbed the wrong texture and it's giving it a texture of... It almost looked like it was mulched. Or...
Yeah, that might make some sense.
And mulching's probably not even the right description.
Looks like it was cultivated almost.
Yeah, right, Lifehawk. Yeah, this is me doing my Clarkson impression. So I'm watching The Scorpion King. Crazy how this was The Rock's first movie he starred in and how movie he's made since then. Well, there's plenty of money in Hollywood to make bad movies, Jordan. What can I say?
I think Hollywood spent more money on bad movies than they have on good ones.
That's the truth.
That wouldn't have been his first movie.
What was his first movie?
Well, I mean, if nothing else, he played the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns, which is the character that the Scorpion King is based on.
Well, that's fair. That's not what I want.
Well, it did say the first movie he starred in.
Ah, that's fair.
How much is it going to cost me to lease this thing? Alright, I can lease it. $7,000. And then we get an official first look at Caveman's Kinsey, which is up at my farm now because I set the delivery point up there. Man, it was a longer week than I thought it was. I can't do crap today. I'm just all over the place. No focus, no plan. Oh, that's why. Because I'm not stopping. If I get hit, fine.
When I play.
Well, I play you and Firefight and Farmer need to get together. Dad jokes and puns, man. The two of you would make a brilliant comedy team. If
They could
we
probably write a book.
if we still had vaudeville.
They would make a great pair, or un pair. I think un pair is father in French.
Ah. I thought you were going to say au pair, which is just a nanny.
Mare, I think, is mother. Frere is sister, and oh well. That was a long time ago that I took French.
Merde. You know what that is.
A horse?
What?
I said a horse?
No, merde. It's a French word, merde.
Nope.
We'll leave it at that.
I know that une pomme is an apple, and so a potato is une pomme de terre, which is apple of the earth, essentially.
Well, that's some clever linguistics.
I always liked it.
But it's France. Uh-oh, Paul Tunks had an evil genius idea. I love to hear evil genius ideas. Lay it on us, Paul. Gotta be honest, Jordan, not a fan of The Rock. Actually, if I saw that he was in a movie, I would probably skip it just because I saw that he was in it. No particular reason, just not a fan. Excuse me. Yotes, how are you doing, bud? And I got a frog in my throat.
Happy Friday to you too.
And yeah.
Although it's technically Saturday for me now.
Well, I don't have that claim to fame. We've been on for it's been an hour and a half already, and we haven't hardly accomplished anything.
No, but we did talk about some mods.
Oh, that was important. We have gotten the word out about Caveman's mods coming up very, very soon.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch the beginning of the stream.
Yes, you will.
Although we're going to use one of them here in just about 30 seconds. Or the way I've been working tonight, about 15 minutes. Because, dang, I can't accomplish anything tonight.
You gotta show them the bells and whistles on it before you start planting.
I will do that. Oh, we don't want corn. We want canola. There. Okay.
Drugs are bad.
Okay.
Good.
And I totally missed a spot that see, this is what I'm talking about. I am just completely off my freaking game tonight.
We're actually on it.
Bum. I said my game, not the game.
Yeah, but you own it.
I do own it. That's a fact.
Good day, Harv. Just drop your weight. Put the plow on the front. If you miss another spot, just drop the plow.
Yeah, I know. This will take 10 seconds. Coffee shop and donut shop. Absolutely, I play. In fact, Kaz64 always likes to add coffee as a crop to his maps. It would be nice if there was some kind of a coffee shop working. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good plow.
Who has a muffler on their mic?
A muffler? Okay, here we go. I love the way this planter unfolds. Okay, so the first thing to see, beacons are on. And on the this would be the tail end back here where the license plate is. So you've got beacons, flashers on the back of the planter now that Caveman added. Traveling down the road, got your beacons on. Now you've got warnings to all that you've got a trailed implement behind you. And then, see those lights right there? Right on the corner. Whoop. Right on the corners there. This lights up the whole back and side of the planter, so in the dark you can easily see where you're working from behind. Pretty frickin' slick, Caveman. Did I miss anything there?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
It's little details like that start to make things stand out, in my opinion. Let's go, Canola.
And Caveman just loves his chicken lights and his chrome.
And Caveman loves chicken lights and chrome. And tires. He will go on for 15 minutes about tire options. And don't even tell me I'm not right about that. I know better.
Oh, I ain't arguing with you.
And of course, it's multi-fruit. It will plant every crop in the game, except for grapes and olives, because you don't plant those in FS22. You place them.
It doesn't plant potatoes or sugarcane. Or
Oh, that's right.
Either.
That's right.
Because
Those
when you
require
try to
special.
when you try to make a regular planter plant, or cedar for that matter, plant those, it tends to bug out. There is a crazy gymnastics workaround to make it work, but then it's no longer console friendly. So I didn't do that because I wanted it to be able to go to all platforms.
That's fair. I wish the smaller Kinsey planter had a fertilizer tank on it too. God knows there's room for one. On Elm Creek I combined 47, 48, 50, and 51 to make one field. And then 30, good God. That's a lot of fields merged together.
That is a lot of fields. Although that 38, 36, 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43, he's kind of on the same game plan I am there.
Mm-hmm. And Farm Girl is impressed by your planter lights, having night lights to work at night. If you missed that comment, Caveman.
Yes, I did miss that. I'm glad you like the lights.
And Stretch has a question for you. Do you make any income from making these awesome mods, Caveman?
No, I do not.
Unless you want to donate to his Patreon.
I don't have a Patreon.
It's just
I think that should be your next goal, man.
yeah.
Oh, maybe if enough people say something about it, maybe I'll make one.
There you go. I think you should. Get on it early.
Do they cost anything to have?
No idea.
I don't think so.
Never looked into it.
Man, we're gonna make you a millionaire overnight.
Well, if I became a millionaire overnight, then in a week I'd be able to live stream my mod making every day.
Then we'll get you on that show, How to Marry a Millionaire. Get you a hot wife to marry.
There you go.
I'm gonna get Caveman hooked up.
Well, I said that because there's literally a house for sale. They're asking $97,000 for the house and the 86 acres of land.
Oh wow.
Is that
And
it?
that house has a dedicated gigabyte internet connection ran to it.
I want one.
Dang.
Eric cannot walk through the tire section in a store because he hates the smell of that rubber.
I love the smell of gas.
Oh,
I love the smell of
especially at high
napalm in the morning.
octane, non-ethanol,
Mm.
real gas smell. Man, that stuff smells good.
I'll pretend like I know what that means.
I personally think this Kinsey planter has one of the coolest folding mechanisms in the game. The fact that it spins the whole thing around, I just find impressive as all heck. And it's real life too. Like it actually does this in the real world. It's the little
Yeah, man.
things, man.
The engineering that goes into stuff like that is just mind blowing.
Truly.
Yotes, I don't sell my mods.
It's against Giant's terms of service to sell mods.
Yes, it is. So I wouldn't even consider that. If anybody gave me any money, it would be as a donation because they liked the work or wanted to help support me. It wouldn't be for, buying the mod.
Exactly. Come on, Plowboy. Well, the question now is, do I make a third field down here, or do I because this would be a really, really big field, or do I use this for grass right now?
Make another field.
You think?
Yeah, make another field and plant canola.
Well, I haven't turned in the planter yet, so that's a good thing. He does not have a donations option yet.
No, I do not. Lifehawk, you'd have to have access to them first.
Oh crap, this tractor doesn't have GPS on it. Oh well. It'll be a little bit funky. Life will go on. You love the smell of two-part epoxy. Or old Bondo. It's kind of like those mimeograph machines that we had when I was in school. And they would pass out the test or a homework assignment that had been printed with those things, and the first thing everybody would do is lift it up and smell it. No exaggeration, that was a real thing.
I don't know that I've ever really seen anyone use it that way, Eric. Most of the Patreons I've seen for people are just them having something set up so that if you want to support them and the content they make or whatnot, you can. They don't really, whatever the term is for it, but
They do. I've seen people use Patreon paywalls. There is a modder that specifically does that. Well, no, because his mods are free, but he does have a Patreon that he uses extensively. He was a really popular 19 modder, and you can only get his mods through his Patreon.
that's annoying.
But you don't have to pay; it's free.
Yeah, like there's a free tier on his Patreon, which gives you access to all of his mods.
Right.
And then there's a paid tier that basically just says, well, you get to vote on what he's working on next, or
Yeah, who
something
was
like
that?
that. And then the third the second paid tier, which is the highest tier, um, you got added to a list of people that were randomly selected to help beta test his new projects.
Oh, okay.
I
No, that's
can't
not really.
remember who it was.
That's not really gatekeeping, though.
I know he did some camping packs. He had a lot of emergency vehicles. He had some stuff that would catch on fire, like fire pits and stuff to go with his camping stuff. You could actually walk up to it and turn it on, and it would catch fire.
That's cool.
Benjamin Bartz, very good question. FS22. I mean, just gameplay wise, there's a couple things in the fields now that you have to contend with that you didn't in FS19, like mulching and rolling. Stone picking is another one. Probably the biggest change from 19 to 22, I would say, is the addition of seasons, seasonal cycles, which you can turn on or off. You don't have to play seasons if you don't want to, but it is part of the base game now. And then there are tons and tons and tons of quality of life improvements that really make the gameplay a lot smoother. And it's just little things that, an old school FS19 player would say, oh, wow, I'm so glad they fixed that. Where a new player would just go, yeah, that's nice. Let's just play. But those of us who've been playing for a while are like, man, that makes life so much easier. Like the sale winner, the prices window. That was such a big improvement. A little thing that made a huge difference, in my opinion.
The one thing that I've got to say has made such a massive improvement to the way you can play the game is the fact you don't need a scripted mod in order to be able to strap down implements and equipment to a trailer.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
a good
base
one.
game. You can literally pull a tractor up on a low loader, throw a strap, and now that tractor is stuck to that low loader. Yes, it will move around a little bit, like if you smack it really hard sideways into something, but it's going to snap back to that trailer. It's just, game physics.
Right.
But it stays on the trailer.
What do you mean by texture abilities, Lifehawk? Because frankly, if you're talking about general painting and stuff like that, the textures are pretty tame. And I only say that because there are so few of them, you can't really do much.
I think he's referring to the PBR material textures, so that they actually look 3D. Like if you get a really close up of, like if you get a good close up of the ground.
Oh, okay.
It looks more realistic than 19 did.
Well, the ground textures are very much improved. I will say that. What is your favorite? And this is a general question to everybody. What's your favorite improvement to FS22 that you were happy to see out of FS19 or come from FS19?
Well, my personal favorite thing is something that most people watching aren't going to be able to relate to, but the creative ways you can get around needing a script for some things to work that would have required a script in 19.
Yeah.
And I say that because I'm not very good at writing scripts I'm not good at the Lua for
right.
Making a scripted mod. So some of the stuff that could be done with scripted mod in 19, I've been able to do in 22 with nothing but XMLs.
Well, Benjamin, Mr. Bartz, I should say, because I've got a Benjamin in chat with me right now. I think you'll find the game opens up even more for you playing on PC than it did on Xbox because, one of the bones that the console players always have is with the amount and quality of mods that you can get for the game on PC as opposed to consoles.
They addressed that in 22, though, right? For the most part.
Not really.
Oh, really?
Consoles still can't run GPS.
That's unfortunate.
No, they can't. But they did get the ability to have a winch.
Oh, and they do have some auto load
Aw.
capacity now.
Don't call a wife that.
No, I mean a legitimate log winch.
The Tajfun?
Yeah, the Tajfun is available on crossplay. At least
Nice.
according to Giant's website, it is.
Tajfun is a great forestry implement. I loved it. I loved it in FS19, and I'm sure I will love it in FS22 as well.
Is that what you used in Off the Grid when you were first starting out? You got that winch, and you're like, "This is gonna change it for, everything."
Well, I was pulling the trees. Yeah, that was the Tajfun.
Nice.
I don't know why they call it Tajfun, because it should really be Typhoon, but whatever.
Might be a translation issue.
Oh, that's true. You do have a lot more flexibility creating your character now. That's one of those things that we kind of overlook, right? Like, you just take it for granted, but you do have a lot more options. Although I will say, character creation options are not complete because there are 2 lousy John Deere hats to wear and not a single Fent hat. And until that's corrected, I will say that character creation is broken.
Submit a ticket to Giants with
There
that
you go.
statement and see
Oh.
what they do.
I totally should do that, shouldn't I?
Like, there's 25 people in chat, so if everybody could just go over to Giants bug tracker and submit that as a bug, we would greatly appreciate it.
You
We
should
should probably get in trouble for harassing.
You should probably post the link to the bug tracker in chat right now. That would be awesome.
Give me a minute.
Just flex your, "I'm partnered with you. I demand a Fent hat."
That's a good point too, Bradley. If you're trying to use a header trailer, you don't have to be spot on or perfect when you place the header on the trailer. It's almost like the trailer has a magnet in it now, and it will adjust the header to where it's supposed to be, and that's pretty handy. Oh, that's a good one, Michael. Not having to clean up after animals anymore. Yeah. Not having to haul all of that water anymore. Yeah. Which is a lesson I wish more modders would learn. Giants did away with water hauling, guys. You can stop adding it to your mods now. Wrong button.
Missed a spot. Ah, you got it.
Okay, they moved the link from where it used to be.
Not quite sure what you mean, Benjamin. It doesn't. I mean, the size and shape of the bales, hay, especially with hay, doesn't really matter too much. If you're trying to feed animals with them, in 19, it is a little bit dependent on the type of animal pen. They usually have to be modded to accept bales directly. No, not really. I don't know. It's been a while. If you don't want them to be a bale anymore, you can always toss them into an animal feed mixer. That'll shred them. If you're just talking about storing them,
Link has been posted.
Excellent. Oh, it'll do some crazy things, Bradley, if you really put it on wrong.
Don't try to put it on upside down. It might turn into a helicopter.
Oh my.
There you go. Everybody post to Giants that there's a bug in character creation because there's no Fentat available. It's your public service announcement from Harv's World. And if it could have a Fent 1050 on it, that would be even better.
Well, can they do that? Yotes, can they? I mean, is it the same kind of restrictions in Europe and whatnot? I know they tend to be a bit more strict on what ratings are.
But they also tend to be a lot more lenient about alcohol.
Yeah, but I know video games are like, I don't know. I don't get it. They're like super
Yeah, I
uppity
mean,
about it.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Well, I do know that there are some games that are rated E for everyone here in the US and in Europe and pretty much everywhere else in the world that have a PG-13, a teen, or a mature audience rating in Russia.
Is that right?
Yeah. I know Australia is unbelievably strict as well. Aren't there a bunch of games that, like Grand Theft Auto, I'm not even sure you can get in Australia, can you?
Beats the crap out of me.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Come on, these are the people who created Mad Max and Nicole Kidman. How strict can they be?
I know it. I can't remember if it's in
Wow.
China or in Japan. I want to say it's China.
Not even a courtesy chuckle on that one.
That the undead characters on World of Warcraft had to be completely retextured and redesigned in order for the game to go there.
Well, since World of Warcraft made like $18 billion, I don't think they had any problem whatsoever retexturing a few characters.
I mean, hey, I just thought it was funny.
No, it is funny.
Hey, it's 105 for me.
Hey, Peter Tutton, how you doing, bud? It was a fantastic week at work, man. Good travel. The weather was good. Had 80-mile-an-hour speed limits pretty much the whole way there and back. So I was able to get out and cruise when I had to drive, but it was a fantastic week at work. I feel like it was a good training experience. I learned a lot. I got to work with some really good people. Yeah. Walked away from that optimistic, and I'm going back to the exact same place this coming week. So I'm looking forward to going back, actually.
South Park: The Stick of Truth was originally banned in Australia.
I can believe that. It's pretty vulgar, actually.
Saints Row 4, a Hotline Miami games, Wasteland 3.
Saints Row 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty vulgar, too, actually.
It is.
Silent Hill game, Reservoir Dogs.
Hey, look at that. I've got a big field and tiny equipment.
That's just perfect.
I know you wish you could have been the one plowing that, Caveman.
Now you needs a four-wheeler.
Oh, yeah, we have to talk about that, don't we?
At some point, yes.
Uh-huh. I remember. My brain is only mostly shot. Not completely shot, just mostly shot. Maybe I should sell that mower because I don't have any land left to use it on. I've quite literally... plowed it all under, except for the trees. I'm probably going to need a chainsaw to start getting rid of trees. And I know I'm going to need at least a little bit more seed.
They don't have you do maintenance on the chainsaw, right?
They charge you $1 every so often
Yep.
when you're using the chainsaw.
Yeah, so you don't have to go fuel it up or anything like that, but there is a fee associated with cutting.
Gotcha.
But that fee will not allow you to go too far into the negatives.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. It won't prevent you from using it either. It'll just stop charging you until you have positive money. Then it'll hit you with whatever you spent all at once.
It's not the size of the equipment, yo. It's how you use it on the field.
Exactly.
Yotes is the quote master. He keeps track of those little sayings.
Peter Tutton, what is your problem with 22?
And Eddie, good morning to you too as well.
Hi, Peter. Good morning, Eddie.
Morning, Eddie.
We start saying Eddie, and I start thinking of Roger Rabbit.
I can't even do it.
Please!
Yeah, but he does it like a...
Please, Eddie!
It's so hard to do.
Oh, I'm just
Like a
shutting up
weird
now.
roll of the lip.
It is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, yeah, I can't do it either.
Fun movie, though.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, that actually had a mixture of the Looney Tunes characters and Disney characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a whole big How to Duty about it.
Yeah, because all of those, all the animations for that movie were drawn by hand.
And it was directed by Steven Spielberg, right?
I think so. And
I'm sure Lift Hawk will correct us if we're wrong.
you know the scene where Eddie's holding Roger by the throat and like slinging him around the room?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They shot that scene so many times. The actor playing Eddie said they better use what they got, because if they didn't and made him shoot it one more time, he was quitting.
That would be Bob Hoskins, who is now dead.
Because they couldn't, like, it was slightly off, and if you actually slow the video down, you can actually see where he's moving and Roger's not.
Honestly, Paul, I don't even try to use the forklifts. That's the problem I have with them. I won't even try. While the physics in FS22 have gotten much better than they were in FS19, they're still not good enough.
That sounds like a problem with Steam.
Could try deleting the shortcut and recreating one from the Steam folder.
Yeah. It's you're gonna go to wherever you do your installs, probably your C drive. Go find Steam, Steam apps, Common, Farming Simulator 22. Then find the exe file, right click it and tell it send to desktop. It'll create a shortcut for you on your desktop.
Man, look at the front tire wheel spin on that. I probably need to get a weight on the front of this.
Yes, you really probably
There's
do.
some pretty serious wheel slippage going on there.
Oh, that's insane wheel slippage.
Yes, yes it is.
Might want to throw some duals on that thing while you're at it.
Did I sell some? All of a sudden I got $103,000.
It's just an older PC, Farmer Bradley. Like it's happened a couple of times. I probably just need to replace the hard drive in it.
While you're replacing it, go ahead and upgrade to an SSD.
I have an SSD. I don't have a large SSD, so only my OS is on my SSD, but I have one.
Harv's got his beacons on.
If the VP is such a VIP, we better keep the PC on the QT, otherwise the the VC might attack and he'd end up going MIA. I'm sorry, that's what it was sounding like there for a second. My OS is on my SSD. You guys have no
Everything-
idea what I'm talking about, do I? Do you?
It's one of those
No, I'm lost.
slapstick movies, isn't it?
No. It's Robin Williams. Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah, that's not a slapstick movie.
It's not.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't being sarcastic.
Oh. You sounded a
It's
little
one of-
sarcastic.
Oh, no, that was one of his much more serious movies. Up there with Patch Adams. But Patch Adams was pretty funny, too.
Everything on my current computer is on SSD. Matter of fact, everything on my current computer is on M.2 SSD.
All right. Well, we got at least one person to report the Fent hat bug. Thanks, Stretch.
Thank you, Stretch. Greatly appreciate that.
A lot of questions to answer, but it was worth it. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I haven't heard that rattle off lately.
Me neither.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I play. And I only lease this planter. That's right. That's right. Okay, it was a great week. That doesn't mean it wasn't a tiring week. Can I go downhill now? Life is so much easier downhill.
It is a lot easier downhill.
It's all downhill from here.
Peter, it just might be a weird bug. I mean, I've had games that I couldn't launch through Steam, and it was like that for 8 or 9 months. And then one day, it just let me launch it through Steam. I had to just do like I said and create a shortcut myself to get it to launch.
You know, you can create Steam shortcuts to external games too. Like you don't, even if you don't buy the game on Steam, you can launch it through Steam.
Yep. I was talking about having to launch it outside of Steam.
No, I understand. I'm just saying it goes both ways.
Yes.
It's an equal opportunity. Patch Adams was a great movie. Just got super serious really quick.
Well, you could have picked Awakenings.
Do what?
Awakenings. I mean, if you want serious Robin Williams, go Awakenings or
24-hour photo.
the Fisher King.
I've never seen either of those, but 24-hour photo is weird.
Moscow on the Hudson. He was such a great actor, and it's a shame that somebody with that much talent, that much success, still felt bad enough about his life that he had to leave us too soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about that, Bradley. I've never had that problem. But then I'm running dual monitors, so I've got my game on one monitor and Streamlabs running on a completely separate monitor. Robin Williams' box office was over 3.6 billion. Wow. That's impressive.
Yes, I think Steam is Mac compatible.
Even if the app isn't, can't you log in and do stuff from online, or do they force you to do the app now?
You have to use the app, and I'm pretty sure it is, because I know there are games on the Steam library that are playable on Mac.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is too. Just thought you could do it online, but maybe you can just buy games and stuff online now.
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I use the app.
Yeah, I do too.
So, do you guys like these kind of maps that are just really open world, go out and create your own farm and all of that, or do you prefer getting on something that's been pre-made, set up for you, and add your own stuff occasionally here and there, but you don't want to have to figure every square inch of it out? Any preferences? Oh, that's cool, I play. That's really cool. Robin Williams had in his contract that they had to hire so many homeless people for the film.
That's cool.
That is cool.
It's really cool.
Gonna make it. Gonna make it. Gonna make it. Gonna make it.
Be pretty darn dangerous too. As you learn in Patch Apps.
What? What did we learn in Patch Adams?
Well, so having the homeless or whatnot stay with you because they have no place to go, or having them work on stuff. Mental illness is a very common thing among the homeless.
That's
so it
why
could be very dangerous. And in Patch Adams, I mean, that's the big shtick, right? Towards the end, is he's helping all these people who can't afford it and using laughter as medicine, and they let that one guy in, and just unfortunate thing happens.
seriously, go watch The Fisher King sometimes. It was one of his earlier roles, and he played a homeless person. And there was a very specific reason that he was homeless. And it deals with all of those issues. Yeah, Farm Girl likes more pre-made fields. I don't blame you there. Although I usually end up merging fields, but it is kind of nice to have some pattern or plan sometimes. And stretch like 7 square fields too.
I like pre-made fields for contracts.
Having that combination so that you do have some contract options does make a difference. I'll give you that one too.
Yes.
That's a good point. On like a forestry map where there are no fields whatsoever, there are no contracts. So,
Has anyone else seen 24-hour photo?
I
Not
know
even
of it.
Legitimately
movie.
curious. Eddie and I went to go see it. Eddie thought it was the worst movie ever. And honestly, I don't know how I'd feel about it now, but it was definitely a thing.
Well, he just saw Robin Williams and assumed it was the comic Robin Williams when that's not what it was at all.
Well, I mean, it was. Yeah, I'd have to rewatch it to be able to tell you. I was just curious if anyone else actually watched it.
All right, Caveman Ben, you have the floor for a few minutes. I've got to run and hit the head.
Hopefully, he doesn't have trauma.
Hopefully. Ticket for neglect, Fent hat, mishap submitted. Thank you. We really appreciate that. And if Harv was at his mic right now, he would say, "You're welcome for the tutorials." And a lot of people started the same way. And if you're not a member of the Discord, feel free to join. It's always free. And there are plenty of people in there that can answer questions. And a lot of them started with those tutorials as well.
And if you
Good
give
night,
me
I play.
if you give me $1,000, I can give you Harv's phone number. Shh, don't tell him.
I'm kidding, obviously. The real question is, does Harv go back and read/watch them such that he'll see this and then yell at me?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. What do y'all guys think? Do you think Harv goes back and watches these videos later? Thanks, iPlay. See you later.
Night, I play.
Does anybody else find it comical that the planter Harv's using is crimson in color, yet it has blue in the name?
Irony. Or would that be irony? Yeah. Yes. Irony? I don't know.
It's a wet coaster, and Steven don't think that he does.
Yeah, I don't know if he does or not. I wonder if he goes back and watches his other ones too, though. Like after he's uploaded them.
Don't know.
I don't either.
I
And you
mean,
know better than I would.
technically, if you do go and watch a video, like say if you upload a video as soon as it's done processing and everything, and it's even if you haven't set it to release yet because you've got it scheduled to release, if you go and watch the video all the way through from start to finish and leave a like on it, it'll actually boost the algorithm and help it pick up quicker. than if you
Huh.
don't.
Interesting.
All right, what is interesting?
He was just telling me about that rash you were talking about last week.
The what?
No,
It has nothing to do with an algorithm, I can tell you that much.
No, Caveman was talking about how we were asking whether or not you went back and watched like the live streams, or even the videos that you put out on YouTube, and he was saying even if you have it set to release and you watch it before it's released and you upvote it like in its entirety, it boosts it in the algorithm and makes it, I guess, be seen faster, easier, something like that.
Well, I can tell you that I am usually, if not the first, one of the first people to watch every video I post.
Very cool. What about the live streams?
I don't go back and rewatch the live streams, no.
Oh, good.
I'd have sworn that there was... Does this Amazon expand? Does it have an extension? No. I had an Amazon installed that would... oh, it's this one by Stevie. That's the one.
I would imagine, Yotes, that Lift Talk has seen it, but I've never seen the Birdcage.
Life Hawk.
Lifehawk has seen it. It's not my fault.
It's all your fault. You're to blame.
What's the word? No, it's Caveman. Sharko's fault.
Oh, that's
Hashtag BSC.
right. That's right. I think I open maps and large maps now that I play on PC. Yeah, Michael. I like a combination. I like to do a little bit of both. Keith M. He submitted a ticket for the Fent hat. Outstanding, and you're welcome, Keith. There will be more tutorials for FS22 when I can find time. I'm traveling a lot for work right now too, and that's really put a damper on a little bit of everything, unfortunately. We have a plan for that, though. There is a plan in place to make that happen sooner rather than later. Hope. Oh crap! I can't do this yet. I guess I could fertilize and then I could roll. Birdcage, yeah, I've heard, and Mrs. Doubtfire too. A lot of people really like Mrs. Doubtfire with Robin Williams.
What's your favorite comedy, Harv? I don't know if I know.
My favorite comedy?
Yeah.
That's hard to say. I really like The Holy Grail.
You know, that's my favorite.
That's your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
A go-to comedy. Do I even have a... Most of the movies I really end up being go-to are tend to be dramas.
That Amazon rolls.
The Amazon is nice. The Stevie mods are really good. I've had a lot of luck and really enjoyed playing with them.
That thing rolls, man.
Well,
I like the way the dirt looks.
looks wet.
Just like the flat, matte brown. I also have a weird thing for it reminds me of a baseball diamond. Just how clean and flat they get it, and along with the AstroTurf or grass that they use alongside it, but mostly how they get the dirt so flat. I don't know. I like it. Look,
Okay.
I don't know how to play the game yet, so I have to interject something somehow related to Farming Simulator.
One of my favorite modern Christmas movies is Love Actually, which I find hilarious. I think it's serious and funny and poignant all at the same time. I love it, and it cracks me up.
Oh man, 4 Christmases for me on modern holidays.
4 Christmases?
Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
Oh, it's so funny. It's Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh,
They
that's
yep.
an
The premise
unlikely
of the movie.
combination.
Yeah, they the premise of the movie is every year, like they hate Christmas with their family, so every year they're trying to avoid it, and they get caught. So then they have to go and have Christmas with each of their families.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, it's great.
Gabriel Iglesias is hilarious, and so is Jeff Dunham.
Oh yeah, they're both great.
Oh, that's an interesting combination, Lifehawk. Airplane or duck soup? Airplane is pretty freaking hilarious. And then you've got the Marx Brothers. You can't ever go wrong with the Marx Brothers. Oddly enough, and I really expected to hate this movie, and I don't know what even made me turn it on. And then I just found it one of the funniest things I ever saw. But American Pie.
That movie is pretty funny.
American Pie just kills me. Michael Aubrey, welcome to the Green Machine. Outstanding, man. Thank you so much for signing up. Very much appreciate that. Homesteader, even. Very cool.
Ace Ventura is funny.
You know, I could not get into The Big Lebowski.
Oh, I like the Big Lebowski quite a bit.
I tried, and I couldn't do it.
Oh, Wet Coaster is right up your alley, Ben. He's in the Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Well, because that's just fantastic.
Nah, it was lame. I didn't like it.
I never would have watched the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life if not for Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Which was what?
Manos: The Hands of Fate.
And that's the greatest movie you've ever seen?
Not even a little bit. I mean, Manos apparently means hand in Spanish, so it's Manos: The Hands of Fate. It's hands, the hands of fate. Like, it's just terrible.
It sounds pretty terrible.
Well, I mean, that's what Mystery Science Theater 3000 was about. Was just ripping on horrible movies.
Well, I think the reason I couldn't get behind Mystery Science Theater 3000 is because, Mike. My friend Mike and I spent so much time basically doing our own version way before Mystery Science Theater 3000, doing our own little commentary, watching movies that it really wasn't that funny anymore.
Yeah.
Where is that one roller that I like so much that... There it is.
Oh, Christmas Vacation's a classic, Paul.
That's true.
That show reminds me of some of my family, unfortunately. Not Harv, other family.
Uh-huh.
Well, you might be the main character. Going nuts.
And which one was this? Christmas Vacation?
Yeah. There's my grandma had a sister whose husband his name was Bill, and he just is basically Cousin Eddie entirely.
Is that right?
Crapper's full. Just.
Now, for those of you who don't know, this particular roller, it is a mod from ModHub, the Gutler Mayor. Not only is this a field roller, it's also a grass roller.
And it's also PC only.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But the two small versions that are out on ModHub by the same mod author are cross-platform.
Oh, Lift Hawk. Hear no evil, see no evil. That's
Lifehawk.
Hilarious.
It's Lifehawk.
I will get it
There's
right
no
eventually.
T.
You don't have to yell at me.
I thought you were doing it on purpose at this point.
I'm not
Nope.
yelling at you. I'm being adamant so that you will remember it next time.
I won't. It looks like Lift Hawk.
Where's the T
Even
in
though
that? Where's the T in that?
Look, I'm slightly, what is that word, dyslexic, okay? You know?
Oh, please.
No, I actually think I am, by the way. But yes. No joke.
Everybody's got an excuse for their laziness.
It's not an...
Ooh!
Wow.
Alrighty, later.
Never mind, guys. $5 for Harv's phone number.
All
That's
right.
all it'll cost me.
All right, Struts, take care, man. If I even thought you were serious about that for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
What'll $1.295 get?
1 digit. Hey, for $1,000, you donate $1,000, I'll give you in a DM my personal phone number.
Well, shoot, Caveman. I was right on the money.
You sure were.
What, $5?
No, $1,000.
When you were gone, that was why I asked, do you think he goes back and watches these? Because I was joking, and I was like, yeah, you know, for $1,000, I'll give you his phone number.
Yep, you know what I would immediately do?
Kill me? Yeah, I know.
No, I'd keep my phone active. I would forward all of the calls that come to it to you, and then go buy
there
a
you
new
go.
phone.
Oh, man, then I'd never be lonely. I love a lonely, sad existence.
Oh, please. I live a lonely, sad existence.
$2 for his home address? I don't know about that one.
Yep, seen both of those, Bradley. American President and Air Force One. Although I like the movie Dave a lot better than American President. Dave is pretty bloody hilarious, actually. Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver.
All right, Life Hawk.
The first number is 1.
Well, they say 1 is the loneliest number.
That's true. But 2 can be as bad as 1.
It
It's
is
the loneliest number since the number 1.
Yes, it is.
Very true.
The real question is how many people are surprised that I know that.
Well, I am.
You're surprised that I know an oldie song?
Yes.
I mean, I grew up on oldies.
You're just a whippersnapper.
Ah, you young can run, Mr. Magoo. That's my old man impression.
Ah, I wondered.
Specifically, Mr. Magoo. A Fish Called Wanda, that,
Oh,
Harv
that's a
actually
good
turned-
call.
Harv, you turned me on to that one.
That's a Harvey Menfrenson with the CIA. Yeah, that movie is pretty killer too. Plus, it's got Jamie Lee Curtis, which, whoo, Jamie Lee Curtis.
My girlfriend's dad also really likes Jamie Lee Curtis. So, does does it being on an angle affect much?
This
It
what
looks like
being
it's-
on an
it's
angle?
Your field, it looks like it's sloping a bit.
Well, it is. There is quite a slope. It determines how much horsepower you really need. If you notice, while I was planting that other field, I was planting uphill, and I was getting a lot of wheel slippage, and moving a lot slower. There is some physics involved. Generally, in a situation like that, you would want to go side to side instead of up and down. But I was too
but if
lazy
you-
to switch.
If you really
Gotcha.
had to go up and down, you would have wanted to add a front weight
Right.
and possibly a set of duals.
Get more traction on the ground.
So
Yes,
does that?
it's specifically BKT brand duals all the way around.
Is that right?
They have a higher traction rating than all the other tires in the game.
Really?
Yep.
That's good to know.
Dig in the XML files a little bit, you'll find out.
Fair
Now,
enough.
does that affect gas usage as well?
I don't know if it affects fuel usage
Have
that
they
much or not.
well have they built in fuel usage increase based on RPM? Because if you're pulling uphill, you're obviously going to be revving higher.
Well, it's based on load,
Oh,
so it's kind
Orbital-
of hard to say because your engine load can change so frequently. It's weird.
well, that's a good call, Dad. Jamie Lee Curtis instead of Sigourney Weaver in the Alien movies. I mean, I like Sigourney Weaver as an actress, but I've never ever found her attractive. So at least we would have had an attractive Helen Ripley.
It's so funny because I thought Sigourney Weaver was pretty hot.
Really?
Oh yeah. I
Night
like
Wet
grungy
Coaster.
girls though.
All right, Wet Coaster. Have a good night, man.
Night, West Coaster.
I like how my chat's behind you guys. Like you guys are seeing it. I'm not.
Actually, Caveman's
I see it
seeing
a
it
couple
but way
seconds
before I do. I
So
feel
weird.
like I missed a spot back here, and now I'm not seeing it. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm either ahead of Harv in how fast the chat comes in, or I've got a full 15-second delay.
Well, part of it is I'm not watching on YouTube. I'm watching it on Streamlabs. And so it's shipping through YouTube and then back to me via Streamlabs. So that's why Caveman sees it faster than I do. The moderator sees stuff before it ever gets to me too. And Kevin will delete stuff and I'll be like, oh, I wonder what that was. But most of that crap is crap I don't either need to or want to see anyway, so who gives a crap? Actually hasn't been bad tonight though. Oh, Yotes. That's a nice guilty pleasure movie right there. The Three Amigos.
Oh man.
It's like beer. He kills the invisible
what are you
swordsman.
fixing good?
Oh, make me something, Bruce.
I'm feeling like steak and eggs.
I'm feeling like corned beef hash and eggs since you mentioned eggs. Yeah, I could get behind some corned beef hash.
Take
I
sausage
can get
and
behind. I
sauerkraut.
can get behind that. Corned beef, hash, and eggs. and-
Heck yeah. With nice drippy yolks, you put the eggs right on top of the corned beef hash and crack those
Oh,
yolks
yeah.
open.
Oh yeah, over very easy.
Abso-flogging-lutely.
On
All
some
yours.
fried up corned beef hash.
Yep. Nice and
A couple
crispy.
pieces of toast with some real butter.
Booyah, now you're talking.
Sauerkraut and sausage all the way.
Well, I don't like sauerkraut.
Well, you're
I
wrong.
don't either.
I could eat sausage and sauerkraut probably every day the rest of my life. I don't know why. I love it.
Well, if it was up to me, you could have every bit of it for the rest of your life.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
This is why we work.
Is that right?
Yep. You get all the olives.
What about the mushrooms? Do I get the mushrooms too?
You can share those.
Depends on the kind of mushrooms.
Did you notice that was a mail plane? It was a mail plane. How could you tell? And that's as far as we go on Harv's World's family-friendly YouTube channel. Yeah, we're back to the Three Amigos. That would be why. My width was wrong.
Wait, I thought that didn't have GPS on it.
No, that's the other
No, that was
tractor
the
that came with the
McCormick.
map.
Yeah, the McCormick didn't have GPS. The case does, but not the McCormick.
Not the McCormick. I think we've asked this question before, but guilty pleasure movies. What movie do you absolutely love that most people either hate or don't even know about? Three Amigos is definitely right up there, and that's what made me think of it.
Does Rocky Horror Picture Show count?
Sure.
There you go.
So many people know that movie, and so many people love that movie.
Oh, Rocky Horror?
Yeah.
When I was in college, we used to go like every weekend, and we'd be those fools that brought all the props and were yelling at the screen during the movie with all the one-liners and crap.
There are people around here that do that.
We didn't go so far as to we didn't go so far as to dress up or anything. No, yeah, no dressing up, but you know,
there are
like,
people around here that dress to the nine to go to that.
you
I
bring
did
like
need to see Harv
spray
dress up
bottles
into that.
with you, and newspaper, and a deck of cards, and toast. Popcorn?
Wasn't popcorn one of the things for Rocky Horror? And you throw it at the screen or something, or toilet paper I think was one too, wasn't it?
Maybe. Can't remember. Well, nice, Bradley. I
Don't
appreciate
forget
that.
the 8-inch stilettos.
Appreciate that little little tribute, man.
I have never seen Waterworld to completion, Stephen.
I've never seen Waterworld at all, actually, because I heard that it was so bad that I never bothered watching it. I should give it a try. I really should.
It was Kevin Costner, right? Was
Yeah.
that the right movie? Okay.
Secret of My Success. That's a good one, Yotes.
Never heard of that
Waterworld.
one.
I'm with you on that, Paul. I love the old Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder. I actually own that, and I love it.
Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
This is true.
The old Willy Wonka was good.
Duel. Stephen Wright, Steven Spielberg's first movie. Duel. And yeah, I can understand why why Too Cool is laughing about that one, because it's like this mystery truck that's chasing down and trying to kill somebody. Almost like the Christine version of a semi. If you know the movie Christine at all. Since I mentioned...
That sounds like that could be very cool.
It was, I mean, it's Steven Spielberg, so it's very well made. Look at that. I've got a weight on the front, and I'm still getting all that front wheel slippage going uphill.
Time to switch over to a set of BKT duels
So it would appear.
all the way around. Maybe you need a heavier front weight.
No one's heard of Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Oh, I remember when you
Who
were such a
hasn't?
diehard fan of Napoleon Dynamite.
That was sarcasm. I'm still bummed I
know
never
it
got to
was.
go with you to see where they filmed it.
Though, to be honest, I never went myself. It was all the way over in eastern Idaho. Prescott? I think it was Prescott, Idaho, where they filmed Napoleon Dynamite. No worries, Steven. It'll be a while before I've seen it. Yotes, just one of the guy. You've got a lot of guilty pleasure movies. Wasn't just one of the guys where like an FBI agent was a girl and she posed as a guy to infiltrate some high school, something or
21
other.
Jump Street. Similar to that movie.
No, I remember Loverboy with Patrick Dempsey. Wasn't it the one where he was like a pizza delivery guy, but he ended up being a gigolo? Him and David Lee Roth were just gigolos.
I know Rob Schneider was in a movie as a gigolo.
Oh yeah. Oh, that actually brings up a guilty pleasure for me. 50 First Dates.
That I don't know. Would that really be a guilty pleasure? That's a great movie.
Is it?
I mean, even my grandma loved that movie.
I think people have a love-hate relationship with Adam Sandler.
Well, I mean, my grandma hated Adam Sandler, but still liked that movie.
Oh, that's interesting, Dad. CFL, I can tell you a couple of safe sites. One is modnetwork.com, and that's mod-network.com. That's a very safe site to download mods from. That's probably my initial go-to anytime I'm looking for mods off of ModHub.
Yes.
There's another one called Simply Safe Mods, which is pretty respectable. And then Yes Mods. Yes Mods does a lot of internal testing on mods before they release them on their site. So those are 3 sites that you can go to and feel relatively safe and secure about downloading mods from. Well, there you go, Eddie. Waterboy would definitely be a guilty pleasure Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, yeah, that one for sure.
It was funny, though.
High quality H2O.
Yes. Black Dog. I'm not familiar with Black Dog. Oh, that's right, Lifehawk. Deuce Bigelow, American Gigolo. That's what it was.
Ah, yeah, with what's his face?
Rob Schneider,
Rob Schneider.
who Adam Sandler always finds a part for in his movies.
You can do it.
Does anybody else like Friday, next Friday, and the Friday after next?
Are those movies?
Is that a movie?
Yes. It's 3 movies.
I love those movies.
Never even heard of them.
I haven't either.
Man.
8 Crazy Nights. Don't think I've seen that one either. Oh, who hasn't seen Spaceballs, Bradley? That should have been my go-to. Was History of the World. Best Mel Brooks movie ever.
Excuse me, History of the World Part 1.
That's true. Too cool. I'm not a sports guy, but I can actually give you an answer to that question. And I actually have many. I like Rudy quite a bit. It's not my favorite. I do like Rudy though. My favorite is Ford versus Ferrari. I love the movie Ford versus Ferrari.
Hoosiers is pretty great.
Hoosiers is good. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Breaking Away was pretty
Remember
darn
the
good.
Titans?
Nah.
Well, you may not like that. I like that.
Iron Man. CFL is an Iron Man fan. I can respect that.
What was that?
That reminds me of a comedian who used to sing a song about Jeff Gordon.
The Blind Side.
Hey,
movie.
Farming Sins, how's it going?
Hey, Sins, what's the good word, man?
Hey, Farmington. That's fair, Lifehawk. Personally, I think my favorite sports movie has to be Dodgeball.
Yeah, that kind of counts. Oh, I actually have a really good guilty pleasure sports movie. This is one of my like all-time favorite movies, and I really don't know what it is, but I absolutely love it. It's called The Cutting Edge with Moira Kelly and some other actor you never hear about anymore. Oh, Eddie. That's a good one. Not Secretariat, but the other one. Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit? Yeah.
Love the movie Seabiscuit. That's really, really good.
Is it
Star
bad the
Wars?
only
What's
two-
that?
Is it bad the only two somewhat sports movies I can think of is Rocky
Oh, that's a
and
good
The
one.
Longest Yard.
Oh, man. Good call, Caveman. Wow. How was I not thinking of those?
No kidding.
Okay. Yeah, Rocky might actually beat out Ford versus Ferrari. And I really hate boxing. I think it's one of the stupidest things people do. But Rocky was fantastic. Although that makes me think of Cinderella Man also, which was a fantastic boxing movie also.
What was that movie that had
Oh, that one? Yeah. Yeah. Great movie.
I know his name. Wolverine. Why can't I think of his name?
Oh, Hugh Jackman?
Thank you. He played a like he used to be a fighter or something like that, and then, like he's got the kid and they got the robot, and the robots are actually doing the fighting.
I have no clue what you're even talking about.
Cannot remember the name of that movie.
You know, there's a simple fix to this problem.
I'm doing it right now.
Me too.
Turning off traffic.
That's right. It's amazing.
Greatest Showman was a great musical.
We were talking about sports movies, though.
I know. Real Steel.
Real Steel.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Gilmore counts as a sports movie. Absolutely, it does. Yeah,
Is,
Jordan just called
Real
that Real Steel.
Isn't that the one where they're fighting robots?
Yeah, so he like controls a robot. They
Yep,
were
I
really
know it now.
Yeah, they were setting it up like he was going to be a sentient robot, but I don't know that they ever did anything with it.
What about Over the Top? Wasn't that the Sylvester Stallone arm wrestling movie? I never saw Real Steel.
Was Jerry Maguire a sports movie?
No, it's very much a sports movie.
I've never seen it.
It's
Miracle.
it's a very good one. That's where you first get introduced to Renee Zellweger when she was actually cute.
Does Air Bud count as a sports movie?
Oh,
No,
heck yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, a dog playing basketball?
No,
It's a sports movie.
it's not a
dare you.
sports movie. Oh, that's a good one, Bruce. The Fighter with Christian Bale. Yes, that's a good one. Lifehawk. Oh, good one, Paul. Major League. That's a good
Later,
call.
Farmer Bradley.
Has anybody said Bad News Bears yet?
Ooh, good one. The
Major
original or the old one? I mean, the original or
Bad
the
News-
new one
The original.
with Walter Matthau. Yeah, somebody said Major League.
Oh yeah, The Karate Kid technically is a sports movie.
Oh, that's true. Karate Kid counts. That's a fantastic one. Too Cool
Karate
Brian
Kid.
song.
You know, I never actually saw Major League. The only one I saw was Major League Back to the Minors. I mean, I really enjoyed that, but baseball movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got one for you. I'm surprised. And we're farming, for Christ's sake, and nobody thought of this one. If you build it, they will come. Really? Nobody?
I know it. Field of Dreams.
Yeah, Field of Dreams, man. Oh, which reminds me of the Chicago 8. Because they're tied together by the same events in baseball. The Chicago Black Sox.
We forgot Caddyshack.
Oh, that's a good call too. It's in the hole. It's in the hole. Patrick is beta testing his mod manager mod. Very cool.
Nice.
I can't remember. Did anyone say League of Their Own?
Oh, good call, Ben. League of Their Own. Great, great sports movie. And who was the guy who played the scout in that? Just who's so incredibly obnoxious. Another Saturday Night Live alum. He was the guy on Saturday Night Live who did the making copies. The Steve.
Copies. That's
Steve
Rob Schneider.
Arena. That's not Rob Schneider.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's the Steve. The Steve Areno. The Steve Meister making copies.
That is absolutely Rob Schneider.
No, it isn't. No,
Who
it
said
isn't.
making copies? 25 years ago, Rob Schneider's The Rickmeister started making copies on SNL.
Okay, well, it's not the same guy. It's not the same actor. Look up League of Their Own. Yotes.
Clearly, you're talking about Rosie O'Donnell.
No. It's a guy. He's from
I know,
he's
I
on
was
Saturday Night
joking.
Live. Well, okay. Yeah, I understand how you could mistake Rosie O'Donnell for a man, but still. I think we had Karate Kid. It's not Pauly Shore.
Oh, John Lovitz?
John Lovitz. That's the one I'm trying to think of. Thank you. Oh, all right. These fields are done, except for one
Life-
application of fertilizer.
Lifehawk definitely had that in the chat. Just didn't look.
Lift talk.
It's Lifehawk.
I think we all have to start pronouncing it lift talk now, just to confuse Ben. So when he says life hawk, we all say lift talk.
I finally start getting it right.
I know. I'm just busting your proverbial whatevers.
My chops.
Yeah, I know, life hawk. It's late. Parents, do you know where your children are? Oh man, it's been a week. Well, ladies and germs, as much fun as this is, we're hitting the 3-hour mark, and I have literally been crazy busy this week. Not that that's an excuse, but I think we've had a good Friday night stream. Took a look at this map. Not too shabby as things go. You know, it's an open map that you can do with what you want. Exactly what you would expect from something inspired by No Man's Land. Of course, everybody has their own choices, their own preferences to map styles and whatnot, but not bad. Not bad at all. I do like the, you know, kind of central sales area up on the hill, which is a little bit more expansive than what you get on No Man's Land. But in No Man's Land, you have an option to set up your own shopping or your sales district. So give or take. Ed1379, appreciate you dropping in. But we are wrapping up for the night. Caveman, Ben, you guys got any final parting thoughts and words?
Nope.
Stay tuned to the channel to find out what happens next.
Exactly. We will be back on Sunday with our normal stream. And then, of course, there will be no next Wednesday stream just because I will be traveling for work once again. But we'll keep it going as much as we can. With that said, guys, as always, we very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.